A team that needs to be scouted this week is the Ohio State Buckeyes. Wisconsin is going to need some help. Of course, that's our game of the week. Ohio State traveling to Madison to take on the Badgers. The running game, Joshua, for both teams will be front and center. And before we break down this matchup, make sure you guys scan the QR code to vote on today's poll. Who will win this matchup? All right, let's stay right there because TreVeyon Henderson is expected to play. Of course, they'll get Ibuka back as well. But I think when we think about the running game here, how can Henderson's return kind of impact what's been about an average rushing attack throughout the year?
Yeah, I think it's big. And Ryan Day said on his radio show today that TreVeyon Henderson has practiced all week. It's been a good week of practice, and they're excited to get him back. We talked about this a couple weeks ago. I think it was when Ohio State played Maryland, under 2 yards per carry in that game. And the thing that I said to you is that I think a guy like TreVeyon Henderson changes the math a little bit because he can hit some of the holes that those other guys can't. He is a dynamic athlete. He's different. You can see it. You can feel it when he has the ball in his hands, that he's just not a regular running back. And so in college football, a lot of times people are expecting the hole to be like this, and you get to run through it. And many times, it's like this. It opens and closes that quickly. When you have a running back who can run the correct tracks and he has the burst to get through there, it changes the way you're able to run the football. I would also go as far as to say, the more I watch that tape, the more I think it's not on the offensive line as much as people think it is. I do think it's on the running backs and how they run their tracks and how explosive or lack of explosion some of the backs have in that group. And I don't think the skill players get involved enough in blocking. The wide receivers and the tight ends when they're split out aren't great.
So here's just to try to paint this picture. If you're running zone to the left, you're going to have a double team up to a linebacker. And Le'Veon Bell did this so well. If a hole's there, you can't just hit it now. If you hit it too soon, your double team can't get up to the backer. So good backs will push the hole with patience to allow the double team to get movement and then get up on the backer, and then the back can hit it. So you're exactly right. It's not always on the back. I do think this is interesting because we talked about Marvin Harrison Jr. and what Ryan Day did to scheme advantages. The next step there is for the run game. And to pivot here, Joshua, because I think you and I have been critical at times of Braylon Allen.
Yes, we have.
He has shown a high ceiling. We can't deny that. But there's been lapses where he's kind of disappeared. If Wisconsin is to pull off the upset, as we see the poll is starting to say yes, they can, how critical is he as a presence for the Badgers to pull this off?
He's got to be the guy, right? They got Braden Locke in there as a backup quarterback with Tanner Mordecai out with injury. I think Locke has shown some things certainly from that position. I like his poise. I like his, his decisive nature and the way that he spins the rock. But they're a team, even with an air raid concept, that wants to run the football downhill. There was a time where I thought that Allen could be the best running back in the Big Ten, right? Like that's the potential that he has, right? He has not shown it because I think there are times where as a big back, a guy who's like 6'2", 225, 230, he doesn't always run like a big back. He doesn't finish plays all the time like a big back. And I think his one mentality this week, finish every play.
You've brought up some great things with Braylon Allen, and it is felt at times that he's needed some external circumstance to get himself fully in the game, to start to run angry, run pissed off. The challenge for me for Braylon Allen, the dude has physically no limits. He's talented. Again, his ceiling's there. He needs to get that fire going by himself organically pre-game. It's an unbelievable opportunity this weekend for him. If they want to pull off the upset, he's got to have a career day. So